coffee break. Today we're playing Sonic Spinball.
Solid.
The Genesis Classic, 1993.
That's not the year I was born.
Was it really?
No.
Oh.
I mean, it was not the year I was born. I was just trying to make that joke by making like an anti-joke.
I see.
It
that was the year I turned 10, so...
There we go. Now I got
chat. If you're trying to make me feel old, it worked.
No, I wasn't. Don't worry. I can make you feel old in other ways.
Yeah, so this is sort of part 2 in our our march to playing Yuko's Island Express. This is another game that it reminded me of while I was playing that game, probably for pretty obvious reasons. Mm-hmm. Pinball. Yeah, so let's get started. That's not my high score. So I was reading some things about this game on Wikipedia, and I was a little bit surprised to learn that it had a development cycle of about 2 months.
Okay.
And someone wrote this theme song in 2 hours.
That's believable.
Yeah, it's really short and kind of whatever. They learned at the very end that they didn't have the rights to the Sonic the Hedgehog theme song, so someone had to be like, digga, digga, digga.
I love it.
Yeah. So what happened was Sega Japan was working on Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles, and they realized this is all according to Wikipedia. They realized that Sonic 3 wasn't going to be finished in time for the holiday season. So they put Sega America on making this game, and they had about 2 months. So they went from like prototype to released game in 2 months.
Nice.
Blows my mind. Oh, that was quick. That was a quick loss.
Yeah. Like the load time is going quicker than like your gameplay right now.
Yeah, this game.
They're on shade.
Well, yeah, there are some noticeable issues with this game, particularly sort of the drop in frame rate every now and then. Mm-hmm. Oh dang!
So do you only play the flippers?
No, I can actually control Sonic as well. I can sort of... Oh, come on now. Damn. I can sort of direct him when he's in flight. Like, I don't know if you could notice that, but I'm trying to steer him away from the middle. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, when he's sort of... There we go. When he's on the ground, I'm moving and running with him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of one of the bigger differences I think between this game and Yuko, which I haven't played on this show before, so I'm talking about a game that no one's seen. But in that game, you play a dung beetle who gets batted around by pinball paddles. But instead of you being the thing that's batted around, it's like you have a little white ball that is batted around, and you are sort of tethered to it. So when you're not sort of moving around via the pinball paddles, you can move the ball yourself. But I don't know. It seems a minute difference, but maybe an important one. Yeah, I've never really been a fan of pinball, which I spoke about I think maybe in the last stream when I was playing Peggle. Here we go. Hey.
Hashtag nice. Oh.
I know this stage pretty well because I played this game a lot when I was a kid. I don't think I got very far ever. I just repeated this stage over and over again. That might have been a bad move though, because sorry, we have, there's a meeting going on next door. Oh, damn. What? How? What? How did that even happen? I bounced way over there. Yeah. So, pardon the chatter if you can hear it through the walls.
Yeah.
All right. That was 2 bowls already. This is gonna be one of those streams, I think, where I'm just playing the same thing over and over again.
It's all good. It's funny. I mean, you mentioned how like you play this over and over again as a kid, and I think it was actually something that you shared. It was like an article talking about games and nostalgia, and you're not playing the game so that you could play the game again. You're playing it to, remember what it was like to when you go home, you do your homework, you're trying to like blow through this level before mom calls you for dinner.
Yeah. Okay. Like affective nostalgia.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if I shared that, but I think I remember reading that. Anyway. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I certainly feel that playing this game, even though I'm obviously in quite different sort of set of circumstances.
Yeah.
I definitely remember what it was like to play it. And I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I was a pretty big Sonic fan. This is way back in the 90s when, Sonic games were good. Sonic 2 had just sort of blown my mind a lot. I played the crap out of Sonic 2. So yeah, when this game came out, I like reading about sort of the basically as immediate game development cycle as you can get, didn't surprise me because I felt like as a kid I was like all of a sudden I would go, oh man, motherfucker, I'd go to the video store and then all of a sudden there was like the Sonic the Spinball game. Where did that come from? All right, we gotta start over. That was not good. I got a new high score, though.
Nice.
Scores in pinball don't mean anything. It's like, hey, congratulations, you got 16 billion points.
Yeah.
You don't even register.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, like, I feel like a pinball game in the home is not quite as fun as a pinball game in the arcade.
Why so?
Because there's that sort of, you're playing, and I'm not saying that, you're not playing against other people, because, other people could pick up your game. But I think it's kind of just like the space has a lot to do with it. Because right now, I mean, it's also because I'm not behind the, the controller, but I also can imagine that if I'm behind the controller, I would not be as engaged as when I went to the arcade with my friend, and played a bunch of, like, it was, in San Francisco, and it's right by, the Bay. There's like this, it was a,
What?
Oh.
Okay. I'll take it.
Vintage/antique, like, arcade, where they had some vintage arcade games, but they also had, like, some, like, early 1900s, like, you look through the the big kaleidoscope, and it...
Oh, like
had,
Nickelodeon
like,
machines?
Yeah, that's yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And so, like, that was fun, not just because of, like, the historical, like, poking fun at, wow, this was racist as shit type of thing, but just the space of being with other people, playing the pinball machine, and then, like, as soon as you go, like, someone else comes out, like, looks at what you got, if you got anything good, and then, like, immediately tries to, beat your score.
Yeah, okay, I can see that.
So the sort of
pinball is like the proto esport.
Yeah. Well, not just the esport, but like, knowing that you were spending an amount of time at this machine interacting with it, and then immediately someone's just in your place trying to do the same thing but better.
Huh,
I just think that's fun.
I can see that. Yeah. I've never been a fan of pinball. Because I'm sure it requires skill, but man, it just seems like I have really bad luck. Like as soon as I start, the ball goes right down the damn center.
Well, I think it's not just. I think the skill isn't so much the ability to use the flippers correctly.
Yeah.
But it's just knowing the combos that get you that like high score, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things this game, oh my god, really captures well about the pinball experience is that you have to enact these different combos, like you call them, series of steps. Oops. I'm having an awful time doing right now. Like, I have to hit both of these, right, in order to knock that down, unlock the next portion of the stage. And I mean, I feel like this does a somewhat better job than most pinball machines do because it's more procedural than a pinball is, and so it's, I don't know, easier to sort of direct the player to the things that you want them to do. Oh my god. Although I don't know, you know, I don't necessarily want to say that pinball machines aren't procedural because I think they can be, at least in like, god damn it, change of states and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this about, well, not to keep talking about Yuka, but Yoku. It's Yoku. But it's sort of easier to like get where you want to go. I feel like this one's, it might just be because we're emulating, but I don't know. I read that one of the ways that they hurried development along was switching the programming language to C. Which made it easier, made it faster, but it also sort of is why there's so much frame rate drop, like you can see here.
Yeah.
Like jumping just slows everybody down. Oh, okay. Come on now. There we go. Go for the cart! But yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna move that thing either. I'll wait until I'm ready to go get the emerald. Boing?
I know. Some of those sound effects are just so satisfying.
I really love the music in this game, even though it's pretty simple and it doesn't really change. Like, it's just, I don't know, Sonic has got the best music. It's real funky, you know?
Arguable.
Well, I mean, it's opinion, but what would you think? What's your argument?
Final Fantasy 1. If we're talking about, like, early, they have such good, I mean, I know it's not Sega, but I'm trying to, like, compare it to games in the same era. But granted, they probably had, I mean, Final Fantasy was the, you know, like, the Hail Mary of, God, I forget who owned it at that point, but...
it was Square.
Okay.
On Nintendo. On the NES.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, oh shit. I think I would balk at saying that it was the same era. Just because, you know, like, it came out in, what, like 87, 88?
Yeah.
And this came out in 93, so we're talking a 5-year and a change in
right, but
systems.
what I'm saying is it's, 87. But I'm saying that Final Fantasy has a better soundtrack than Sonic.
Well, you know, the fact that you picked Final Fantasy 1 is a little weird to me.
Oh, well, because...
3, sure, but 1?
I mean, because I've been playing the soundtrack for Final Fantasy 1.
The NES Final Fantasy 1?
Yeah.
Alright. It's your jam. I get it.
Well, I mean, I ran through, like...
But I think even you would...
I played it on the piano, so,
Oh, okay,
like,
fair enough.
I've already ran through 10, which is my real jam, as far as Final Fantasy soundtracks goes.
Oh, man, you should play 6v3.
Mm-hmm.
But I think even you admit that this is funkier than Final Fantasy.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, other soundtracks that are, like, funky.
Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah, I was
Sonic.
Yes.
All the other Sonics. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, something about
God,
Sega.
I love Toe Jam and Earl.
It's so good. I really want to play it for couch surfing, but I'm sort of saving it for my brother when he comes up here.
Nice.
Because I think it's a great couch co-op game.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best.
Yep.
I
only ever got to play it single player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I used to have to do Irish dance, and we had to curl our hair. By we, I mean my mom. So, like, I would just play Sega for hours, and that was the only way she could get me to sit still long enough to put a ridiculous amount of curlers in my hair.
Oh my god. I need up that.
This is painful to watch.
I need up that hole. Birds get in my damn way.
No.
I thought I was gonna bounce. God darn it. Yeah, no, I sort of fully expect to never pass this level. But I think failure is an interesting distinction between this game and Yuka. Yuka, whatever. That other
Whatever
game.
the other one is.
Oh.
Wow.
What?
That was incredible.
No, it was so bad. Are you supposed to grab onto the thing?
For a
Was that my
moment.
last? Was that my last life?
I don't know,
I think it was just my second.
Sonic looked
way
at
too
us
soon.
like, why would you do this to me?
Why would you allow this to happen?
This is draining my battery, so I'm just gonna close it because
Oh yeah, no worries.
20% out in 15 minutes. So.
I don't usually have a lot of chat activity this early in the morning. I think I'm gonna start over. Wow, yeah, they did. Why the hell do I have lives? Or maybe that wasn't. No, yeah, I've got one ball left. What the shit?
Oh, well.
Oh, good. Whatever. Let's start over. 3 lives. I had doubled my
Nice
score.
Solid.
Almost. Yeah, so clearly, then, this game has a pretty severe punishment for failure. Which is pretty, like staying sort of true to the era that it was from.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I think a lot about, and here's the thing, like, it wasn't so much a punishment in terms of, like, oh, you suck, so we're putting you back to the start. It's like the systems also did not have the capacity to, save a lot of the times.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was expensive, right?
Yeah.
I mean, talking about Final Fantasy, it included a battery that would save.
Yeah. But here's the thing though, like, you had to pay. You had to like save up your saves, like, because you couldn't just save because you felt like it.
Oh yeah.
You had to buy the cabin or the house or whatever.
Gotcha.
The tent rather. So, like, it's just funny how like the conventions of saving and these things that I feel like we take for granted in newer games, a lot of newer games, not all. That you could just hit, pause BAB, or ABA, that, like, I just remember every time in Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, just pause ABA, and, whenever I entered anything, just to save. Whereas, like, you would have to find save points or spend money to save, in-game money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's. God damn it! I want to go on the other side. I think that's really interesting to think about in terms of sort of casual games and hardcore games. I was playing Peggle last week and thinking about casual games. And I mean, yeah, even like I think sort of the permadeath mechanic is pretty associated with hardcore games, but I think the ability to save doesn't exclude something from being considered a hardcore game, whatever the hell that means. All right.
Because I feel like Witcher you could save all the time, but I feel like that's considered a quote-unquote hardcore game because it's something that takes forever to complete.
Yeah, I think more than maybe anything, and this is sort of what I was talking about, the gendered aspect of it. Hardcore games are really just about the amount of time that you can dedicate to playing a particular title, like one.
Yeah.
In either getting good at it or just, sort of completing the narrative or whatever. And I mean, I don't know, like,
because I feel like JRPGs, while there's plenty of dudes that are into them and play them, I feel like JRPGs are feminized in a way, and those take forever to do.
I think, I mean, I don't disagree with you. I think, though, that,
but in general,
I do
understand.
I think a large portion of the gamer population would claim them to be hardcore games. Fuck. I think the distinction between hardcore and casual is stupid, and maybe worth sort of thinking about sociologically. Like, it's worth thinking about why people think about it, but in terms of any sort of analysis, it's kind of useless.
Yeah, I just think it's in terms of just exclusivity and just belonging and that sort of thing. Where like, if you're like there are plenty of gamers who are athletes and all that stuff. So I'm not saying they're mutually exclusive, but I would say up until like the 2010s, being a gamer kind of was heavily associated with living in mom's basement, not doing anything besides games, not really having anything to do in life besides games, like kind of a drain on society in a way.
Totally.
So to be able to have something that says, hey, I'm good at this is something that not everyone can do, but I'm able to do it, is why that quote-unquote hardcore gamer or hardcore versus, casual games developed. Was
totally.
So that
I actually had my students read this really great chapter from a book about gender in games. And it was about just what you were saying, sort of that need to sort of her argument is that it's a way for particularly white geek masculinity to perform itself, and and it's asking questions about like, oh, son of a butt. It's asking questions about, basically inclusivity and whether that's, healthy. And clearly it's not.
Yeah.
See Gamergate.
Yeah, God. I'm doing that soon.
Yeah, we're starting it tomorrow. Or, sorry, Wednesday.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah, because... Yeah, we're on the... Well, I know that you're doing your own thing.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, it's mapped pretty closely to... So you're going to have them read about Gamergate?
Yeah, it's what the module automatically.
Huh?
Yeah. Oh,
no,
you didn't know?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the new because it used to just be information cycle, but now they split it into 4. So it's information cycle, rhetorical situation, citation chasing, and.
Which one's about Gamergate?
Citation chasing.
Well, son of a bitch, that's what they're doing. That's hilarious.
I know.
That's really funny. I didn't even know.
I could show you if you're interested. On my login. What is going on?
Sonic the Mime. All right, sorry.
It's all good.
I don't want to go up there yet. I want to do. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Buggy ass game.
Yeah.
I want to do that more. More of that, please. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if you caught anything that I said last week. I don't want to really rehash because I talked about it last week, but well, yeah. Anyway, it was really interesting, and like the way that it's not really her argument. She was sort of summarizing, sort of the work done by others. Motherfucker.
I know.
I almost looked up codes. Because I wanted to get
I
past
miss
the
cheat
stage.
codes.
I kind of do too.
I miss cheat codes so much. As soon as you mentioned it, I was like, fuck. There's something.
I sort of miss having the big books of cheats. For like Genesis particularly, but Nintendo and...
Yeah.
I didn't really get into Game Genies much, although I wish I kind of had. For whatever reason, that felt a little bit like... It felt like too much cheating.
Or like the guides that you would get at like GameStop for like the games that...
I was never much of a guide person either.
See, I like them because I like not so much for how to get through stuff, but because of the lore.
Oh, okay.
So you can get like little tidbits of information, like stuff like, when you go on Wikipedia and you find out that they made this game in 2 months and the thing was composed in 2 hours. Like, that wasn't really readily available at the time.
Yeah.
So I only got that through... saving up money from shoveling driveways to buy fucking little magazines.
Oh my god, get it. Thank you.
Nice.
Shit, I was gonna say something. But yeah.
God, that thing that you fall into is so nasty.
I didn't realize this either, but this is the... okay.
Well,
I'll take it. This makes me feel less bad about dying so often. Obviously, this game is a little kooky. This is, at least when it was released, it was the only Sega Sonic game to take place in the Sonic the Animated Series universe, which I don't know what significance that has on any part of this game, but there you go.
God,
Maybe they were just trying to keep it
about
separate
pinball,
from the
though.
original
I
trilogy.
think.
Oh, son of a bitch! I just need to start using the both flipper button.
So I too am not a huge fan of pinball, but I think the one thing that they get right is like the affirmation when you do the thing, like that. That's success sound, the bing 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 when you get it just right. Like
I think that's something it shares with casual games and things like Peggle. Peggle made you feel real good for doing anything. Like from just the it had a really great game feel for something that you didn't really move around in. From the noises of like hitting the pegs to like when you beat a level, you get like this just raucous like ode to joy and freaking fireworks and shit. It's ridiculous, but it's yeah, I did it. I am the greatest. I'm the greatest video gamer ever.
Just like that reminds me of the Trevor Noah skit when he came to New York for the first time. It's like, is that you? Is that you? With how like New York.
I don't know. No, sorry.
So good.
But yeah, it seems like it's something like that. I'm really surprised that happened, but I'm really surprised that they make you start completely over every time you die.
Yeah.
That seems ridiculous. Like, that's harder than actual pinball.
Yeah. What about, not so much a cheat code, but does this emulator give an option to, like, save or something?
Oh, yeah, I could. I feel like, until I get past the first level, though, not a whole lot of reasons that I should do that, except for, I don't know. Oh my god.
That's so frustrating. Christ. Hey.
Now watch me not hit that. There we go.
Dunk, 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 dunk. You get them chickens.
Like, I think it's kind of interesting that I could still... Oh, damn.
So annoying.
I almost got it. Did I? Cluck alert. I think it's kind of interesting that I'm still sort of in control here. Like, I can move to a pretty small degree to try to hit that thing. Like, I was pushing right there, and I'd like to think that I sort of caused that to happen. But at the same time, it's also frustrating when I can't do what I'm wanting to do. Like, it gives me a little bit of control, but also is like,
Yep.
good luck hitting this.
That's why I hate... The one thing that I hate about Final Fantasy X is that in order to 100% complete the game, you have to get, like, an impossible score on the fucking chocobo races, and you can't control the chocobo. Like, it has a mind of its own. Like, you can to a certain degree, but I'm just like... So, like, games that, like, you need to give up control in order to succeed, it's so frustrating.
Yeah, give up control, but then also, feel like you are evaluated based on how well you are controlling the thing.
Yep. God, I need to stop getting lattes from Starbucks. This tastes like medicine. It's like
It's
chalky.
aspartame.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they use real sugar.
Yeah. I mean, I just had a gift card, so I'm just like, well, I don't feel like paying for coffee or anything today, so let's just do this.
I'm not the biggest fan of Starbucks. They don't sponsor us. Nobody. Well, I don't want to say
Get on
nobody
at
sponsors.
Starbucks.
I guess C21
C21
sponsors us. They don't make coffee, so
Daniel makes good coffee, and
does
he's
he?
part of C21.
he doesn't make me coffee. So,
Well, you have to ask him about his pour-over coffee.
oh god, he does that.
It's so good, though.
I don't doubt it's good, but my god,
And it's even better because I don't have to use the effort to make it.
yeah, it takes so long.
I know. But what does he do all day? Just read?
True.
He does.
Sewer time.
I'm throwing a lot of shade at someone who's very smart. Ah.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm feeling a lot better about being so bad at this game when I was a kid. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't really that I was bad at this game, it's just that, oh my god, it's so fucking goofy.
Yeah.
I love it, but I think it's nostalgia talking. Oops, that was stupid. No! No!
Christ. It's funny, this is totally unrelated to stream, but Stuart sent
Get up
an
there.
email last night being like, oh, here's an optional Scott McCloud reading.
Yeah.
And I totally am going to send an email later today going, it's not optional. You must read it.
Have you read the graphic novels yet?
Yeah. I'm presenting on it this week,
Oh,
so
cool.
I'm just like, I have a lot of emotions about it.
I read the first one last night. I was surprised to learn that they were about 100 pages apiece. I was like, oh shit, I've got a lot of reading to do.
I mean, but you blow through it real quick, you know.
It took me, I guess, less than an hour to read the first one, but I was also sort of watching TV.
Yeah. I guess the other thing is, like, and, you know, sorry to turn this from games to comics, but and I'm not saying that, like, you're comics illiterate by any means. It's just there's a certain literacy, they, map this, where, like,
Yeah.
people who read comics regularly spend less time, look at the pages less, but are able to retain more information than people who spend who are not, don't read comics regularly.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of time looking through it and trying to process. And then, it's almost like hyperfixation, like when you read comics a lot, you just have these shortcuts in your head.
Oh yeah, totally. I mean, I think that's just literacy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I consider myself pretty comic literate, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a pretty slow reader in any medium. But yeah, I like to take my time and really study the panels. However, this artist was
It's not
beautiful.
No.
It was fine, and he actually worked on a series that I quite liked, even though I didn't get as far as. It's called Wasteland, I think, from Ani Presses. And he
That's so satisfying when you don't have to go down and you still get the ring. But yeah, the art.
His art style reminded me of that series, and I looked him up. I was like, oh shit, is this the same guy? And it kind of was. He worked on later issues, but his art style looks almost exactly like the original artist.
Like, there's certain things I like about that. Like, I think his art style is really beautiful for the panels that don't require much detail, so I like the kind of choice simplicity.
Yeah.
But, like, when you're trying to gather information on the people and try and,
Is that Sarah Michelle Gellar?
Yeah.
Because she's blonde, I guess, so
Yeah.
it could be her.
Yep.
Yeah, I had the same problem. Yeah, so, sorry, I don't think we ever mentioned the title. We're talking about Southland Tales. We're reading it for a class. We just watched the film last week, and now we're reading the
You should
prequel.
watch the film.
I like it. I like it the more I think about it, but I don't think I ever want to see it again.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, while I was thinking of what I was going to talk about for a seminar on Thursday, I threw on the Justin Timberlake scene several times.
No.
Because there's this one part, it's in the third graphic novel, where while he's in Iraq, he's given an iPod and listens to that song. And I'm just like, oh man, I can't wait to talk about this. I'm not gonna take over your stream talking about it. I'm not gonna make you listen to me now. But yeah,
I love how it's like this explains everything. Like even why this song was in his head.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But those birds.
I was going up there too. Okay, yeah. Fine. Just one more time now. Oh! Stupid fucking bird.
God.
Get in my stupid way, idiot.
Ooh.
This game is frustrating.
Yeah.
Not in a pleasant way sometimes. Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Damn,
like
a little
almost,
too
like I'm
late.
almost sorry that because isn't it great when you go back and revisit a game that you played as a kid that you had difficulty with and you get through it as an adult and you just master it, but like what happens when you don't?
I feel better about it for being bad as a kid because Jesus Christ, you son of a bitch.
I just love that they call it Cluck Alert. Way to go, Sonic.
Oh my god. I hate everything.
Too bad. But
I've got to restart now. I'm getting higher scores.
Yeah.
Not that that means anything in a stage-based game.
It just means that, it just means you're spending a lot of time on this.
Kill me.
God.
Okay. I can't wait till we play Yuka next week. Enough of the bad stuff. Although, like, I think it's going to be really interesting to think about this in relation to Yuko. Yeah. Particularly, I think, the ways that failure plays into this game. The ways that control play into it. We touched on that a little bit already. Yeah. And level design, for sure. Like, I feel like the loops that I was sort of getting stuck in earlier, where I was, I was trying to get on the right side of the track or the course or the level or whatever. Like, why didn't you grab the ledge there? I hate you. But because, I'd go in the hole and it would zap me back over to the other side, it was just like I could never get over there. I'd jump and then...
Yeah. But, I mean, you tripled your score.
Bam!
Much.
A thumb hurts.
You got that going for you.
This controller's not very good. Which is clearly the reason that I'm not winning here.
On the bright side, we got the stuff on order, so...
Yeah.
If you use the Bluetooth one soon enough.
Yo, move it. I can distinctly remember when I was a kid, like whenever this Genesis came out or whenever I got it, which was probably around, 92 or so. 91, 92. I got it for Christmas, I opened it up, I hooked it up, and then I just sat and stared at Sonic tapping his foot. It was just like, oh my god, I'm in the future.
I love
He's got dimensions.
Yup.
I mean, barely. It was like, 2.5, sort of. Not even.
Because, like, it's really just, like, fucking great when you just get your first system that's, like, yours. Like...
I was an older brother. They were all mine.
Oh. I mean, I was the oldest, so, like, but the thing was, like, I had to share them. So,
yeah.
My N64 was the first one I did not have to share whatsoever. I ended up sharing it, but, like, I didn't have to.
Yeah, I mean, my little brother was really too young to, like, really care about games when the Genesis came out. We shared, like, our first official, I guess, shared system was the PlayStation 1, and even then, I mean, I don't know, we were pretty good at sharing things. For the most part. I mean, basically, I just told him I wanted to play. And
Did you do the...
I was a mean older brother.
Did you do the thing where you gave him a controller but it wasn't hooked up?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That was the best.
I mean, you know, he caught on pretty quick, but like playing Genesis games, that was a cool thing about Sonic 2 is that you could give your brother the control and they could be Tails and like have some agency, but not really enough
Not
to
too
do
much.
anything, and like you could just run off and leave them and
Yep.
like, yeah, there's a lot of games like that I'd really like to play on couch surfing, but I feel like playing that for an hour and a half, you know, like I think we could say all we wanted to say about it in about 20 minutes. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can compile a list and play several games for 20 minutes. I cannot wait until this hour is over. I don't want to play this game anymore. The buttons, Duke. The buttons.
Christ.
Sonic Spinball. You were better. You were best left a memory. I don't know. Maybe it's the emulation. Maybe playing it for real would be better. But I'll never find out. I want you to be better, but I don't know. Your short incubation is showing.
Yeah.
I'll defend your music till the day I die, though.
I think the other thing that makes this less fun is the speed. You know, first of all, Sonic is a fast character. Pinball is a fast-paced game, but he bounces so fucking slow.
I think the frame rate is certainly a hindrance. Like, this to me seems like, I don't know, sort of just capitalistic opportunism, you know? Like, hey, we gotta get a Sonic game out. And I mean, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
We gotta get a Sonic game out so that we can sell it for Black Friday or whatever. You've got 2 months. Do something. And I don't shit, you know. I feel like single, and I mean, of course, we're talking how many ever years ago now? 28 years ago? But I feel like single developers now could make a better game than this in the same amount of time.
Yeah.
But, again,
Yeah, like
there's a lot more tools out.
I played one of Chris Lee's students' games that they made in a semester, and it was a lot more. It was an RPG, which I would like more than pinball anyway. But
This is Spinball. What the fuck? All right. I feel like I don't know. There's no logic to some of these movements. And you know, that's like
Pew, pew.
that's kind of the crux of pinball. You know, it's like it's the first physics-based puzzle game.
cool.
Yeah. All right. So maybe not the first, but
Digital?
no, it's
Oh,
not.
no, not
not
digital. Electronic?
Yeah, maybe electronic. Yeah. We'll go with that. Oh shit! I don't think I fucking hit that switch. It doesn't matter. We only got 15 minutes left.
Holy shit! No offense, Ryan, but this has been a long 45 minutes on this game. Probably longer for you.
My thumb hurts. Hang on, Sonic. Nothing matters.
And that has nothing to do with the conversation or the people here. Like, it was like I felt similarly, and I guess we could talk about just like, what makes an intriguing game, because like, games are like, you've got the younger siblings, you got the friend, like there's a big part of spectatorship when it comes to games. And certain games are just not like made for spectatorship. I think this or long spectatorship.
This is one instance of that.
Yeah, like I think
can see that.
one of the games that we played on the Lunch Zone was God, I forget, but you're on a platform. It's like Devil Daggers. That's it.
Oh yeah.
And you know, Nathan, who was playing, was very involved because like it's a game that has a short lifespan. Like people on average live like 30 seconds before they beef it. You know, you're fairly competent if you make it to a minute or two. But God, watching that was awful.
Too late. Too early.
Yay.
Good, I'm glad I did that. See, but I want to go, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sort of seems like it is committing a sin against the way pinball is meant to be played. Which, I mean, you know, no disrespect. I know you had 2 months, but it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Not the best. Was it even play tested, I wonder? By anyone besides the developers?
Who knows?
I mean, why would you even pay someone to do it if you really didn't have time to do anything about it? It works. Damn. Just... Actually, shit, I don't know if I need to go up there now. I think that's just a way to get there. Oh my god, there's so many barrels. Have I not been up there at all? I want to curse so badly.
Hey.
Alright, yay. No! Follow the other way! Alright.
God.
Wait, shit. Okay. I want to go over there, so I need to go over here. Sewer time! Another thing I read was that basically the inspiration of this game came from the Casino Nights stage of Sonic 2, which was highly popular. And I think, you know...
Oof.
I hate everything. I hate everything.
Yeah.
I would have rather just, I think, just a gambling Sonic game.
Can you switch on a different game for the last 10 minutes?
No. No, I can't.
You're in too deep?
I'm in too deep. Plus, I don't have a lot loaded.
Fair enough.
I wonder if I just went and got that stupid thing. If like I wouldn't have to keep doing this. I feel like I would though, at least to continue on. I was saving it for last because I didn't want to move those buckets, but you know those buckets are a whole lot of fucking help. What? Nothing makes sense.
I will give it that it's catchy music.
Thank God, because you listen to it for an hour. It's
Yep.
like 45 seconds of music for an hour.
I know.
But, you know, I do love it. Who knows if there's more music. It'd be pretty funny, actually, if this was the only song in the whole game. Get it. Alright. Oh, please. God bless America. You have to get it, like, so perfectly, too. I gotta be honest with you. I can't imagine this game getting harder. Look at that! Like, it's just...
Ah.
What? Okay, whatever. Nothing matters. I do kind of enjoy that Dr. Robotnik just has barrels of something with his face on it.
Mm-hmm.
That is clearly meant to be deployed in the sewer.
Yeah.
So maybe this is buckets of Dr. Robotnik's sewage,
Christ.
if you like.
Dr. Robotnik caused climate change. Well, that happened.
Yeah. Sonic
Still
Spinball,
unrelatable.
you've broken me. So yeah, I hate this game. I hate this game now. I hate Sonic, I hate Sega, I hate video games.
Oh, time to change your course of study.
Yep. I quit. I'm leaving the program. See what options there are. I wonder if I could start with more...
Do fast.
Oh yeah, okay.
Turn the music... Oh, I'm kidding.
It's multiple players. It's funny that they give that option. They're like, we understand you've been stuck on this stage for an hour. All right, yeah, let's play the fast version. Let's see what happens there. It might be much more enjoyable, actually. It doesn't. I gotta be honest, it doesn't seem any faster. Oh yeah, no, that's much faster. And so far, I like it better. Huh? Huh? Who knew? Oh shit! Almost too fast, really.
Christ. Still just as
Collision is
frustrating.
just awful. Awful.
Yeah. Like, I was excited for you. I was hoping that maybe this would save Sonic for you.
I mean, I still like the original Sonic games. I'm still nostalgic for this game. I'll forget about how awful this was in 10 or so years, probably. I would like to play it on the Genesis, just to, I don't remember it being quite so screwy, like going through the things or whatever. But maybe it was.
I mean, your standard for games were also a lot lower. One as a kid,
That's
and
true.
two.
Just where they were as a industry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, I still have 8 minutes. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I seem to be doing better, at least, in the faster version. Barely. It really, one of my problems was I felt like it was skipping frames. I would try to line up the shot on the thing, and I felt like I would just, skip it. I was either way too early or way too late. But... yeah, seems a little better. Oh shit, I just missed the button there. That was my bad. I just need to start using the both button flippers. I don't know why I'm not. Both flippers button, I mean.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
There you go. Just go so fast.
Gotta go fast. Are you gonna go see the Sonic movie?
No.
Oh. Do you not like Joy?
No, it's just I don't really go to the movies that much because I have to get a dog sitter.
Oh, yeah. It's like having kids.
Yeah, but not as bad. I think dog sitters are cheaper, and
I guess
can
you
at
could
least
take
put my
kids in the
dogs in
movie.
a cage. You can't put a kid in a cage.
Have you tried? All right. This is weirdly better.
Nice.
Going fast.
That's good. Oh. Hey.
Wow. I mean, I'm still pretty over this game, but and maybe that I'm just I'm warmed up now, but I feel like it is easier to do the things that I want to do.
I also like the, changing the games in the options menu. Like, also, you get that with Smash, like, to a ridiculous degree.
Yeah.
But, like, what are can you think of other games, like early games, where game options can just change how much you enjoy the game, how you approach the game?
Well, so I remember Double Dragon 2 had 2 modes. Well, 3 modes. First player, but then two modes of second player. Mm-hmm. One was where you were invincible to each other's hits, and one was where you could attack each other. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, things like that. We played, Zach Anderson and I played a game a lot like that, where I think I want to. Yeah, I don't want to do it this way. Where there was just a ridiculous amount of options in sort of a beat 'em up brawl thing.
Nice.
To a silly degree. Yeah, so several. I think sort of beyond just the difficulty level settings, which not a lot of early games had.
Yeah. With Dr. Mario, there's the 2 different tunes that you could do. So, like, one of them, when I needed that kind of, like, on the edge type of thing, I would do the default. But when I needed to relax,
don't they call it, like,
Fever and something?
Like chill?
Yeah. Yep. So Fever's the default. Chill is the like the nice, like, kind of.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a good example.
Nice.
Cleanup complete. Tired of your shit, Dr. Robotnik. Oh, thank you. That finally worked.
Nice. I just love the little, what's it called? Like the Hang On Sonic and the little, hey!
I might beat this stupid stage in 2 minutes.
Encouragement was the word I was looking for.
Might get to the boss anyway. I doubt I'm gonna beat the boss. I went that. Which way? Yeah, I went that way first. Oh shit. Yeah. Okay, good. I still gotta get the one in the center, but it should be fairly easy. All it took was going fast. I'm so close. Don't. Oh wait, no wait. I want to go. I want to get in the thing. Just chilling.
Hey.
Got him. All right.
So where's boss room?
So I gotta go up again. Come on. Come on. Don't be an asshole. I really hate these fucking warps, man. They're the worst part of this game. So close. A little crazy, Sonic. A little crazy. I mean, I suppose they're useful when I'm oriented correctly. And I miss. Sweet Jesus. Oh my God.
Christ.
What? Why was that thing over there? hate you, Sonic.
Ooh. Music change.
Get some.
Do you just do that ad nauseum?
Get some. I think that was actually a quite good shot.
Hey, look at that!
I'm a Spinball wizard.
Nice. Right
Well,
on time, too.
that was,
Beautiful.
trying. My hand hurts.
Do you want to see what the second level looks like?
Yeah, I want to see if it has different music. Worm loops!
Hey, look at that. Totally arbitrary.
Kids, that just goes to show you what a little perseverance can do.
Free them. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's do this. How many times do I have to hit him? I like how I was stuck in Robotnik's pinball machine and now he's stuck in mine.
There you go.
Hey, it's Tails! Hey, it's Monkey! Look at the Sonic, his hands move.
I love it.
Clearly this was like 2 weeks of the 2 months spent on this little minigame.
This is what you would call an immediate. Immediate.
Is it?
Or, not hyper-immediate, but, what's the word I'm looking for? No, it is immediate, because it's meant to, like,
Oh, damn. I hit the wrong thing.
you're not supposed to think of this as the...
It feels
I
pretty,
think you could
it feels
see
pretty
the-
hyper-mediated. I think the hands, I mean, I don't know. I remember the
Hey.
stage. I think this might be the only other stage I ever saw.
Very different music here.
Yeah, okay, well, unfortunately, you're gonna have to beat the first stage to see the second stage yourself, so we are out of time. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Catch us next week when we play the game that I've been wanting to play this whole time.
Sounds good.
Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace out!